silent era of Hollywood, spanning from the late 1890s to the late 1920s, was a time of great innovation and burgeoning star power. Silent films, devoid of synchronized sound, relied heavily on exaggerated gestures, music scores, and title cards to relay the story. However, behind the glamorous facade and the comic relief of Charlie Chaplin, or the romantic lure of Rudolph Valentino, the silent era hid several dark secrets that remain largely unknown to the general public. The silent era was an unfettered space, a wild west of filmmaking with virtually no regulations, labor laws, or safety measures. Filmmakers were more focused on providing entertainment and often showed little regard for the welfare of their cast and crew. The tragic demise of numerous actors and stuntmen is one such hidden tragedy of this era. These professionals were frequently subjected to life-threatening situations without appropriate safety measures, all in the name of capturing the perfect shot. Drug use was another dark secret plaguing Hollywood during this time. Many stars found themselves falling victim to addiction, often due to the physical demands and mental strain of the industry. The tragic story of actress Olive Thomas is a case in point. A rising star and renowned beauty, she accidentally overdosed on her husband's sleeping medication while on holiday in Paris in 1920, marking one of Hollywood's earliest drug-related deaths. Furthermore, the casting couch culture, though not exclusive to this era, was rampant. Aspiring actors were often subjected to exploitation in return for roles in films. A prominent example is the case of Virginia Rappe. In 1921, she attended a party thrown by the famous comedian Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle, where she fell seriously ill and died 4 days later. Arbuckle was accused of harassing and accidentally killing her, marking the first major Hollywood scandal. Although Arbuckle was eventually acquitted, his career never fully recovered. Hollywood's silent era was also a time when studios had a disturbingly tight grip on their stars' lives. To maintain their investments, studios often controlled every aspect of an actor's life, from their public appearances to their personal relationships, even going as far as forcing abortions or arranging marriages. For instance, silent film actress Lillian Gish and her sister Dorothy were rumored to have been kept under strict control by the pioneering director D.W. Griffith. The racial discrimination that permeated the era is another harsh reality. Minority actors were largely marginalized, relegated to playing stereotypical roles if they were lucky enough to get any roles at all. Blackface was a common practice, and the controversial film The Birth of a Nation, 1915, which glorified the Ku Klux Klan and demonized African Americans, epitomized the era's prevailing racial prejudice. Child labor was another major issue. Child actors like Jackie Coogan were heavily exploited. Coogan earned millions as a child star, only to discover on turning 21 that his parents had spent virtually all his earnings. This led to the 1939 enactment of the California Child Actors Bill, commonly known as the Coogan Law, which protects the earnings of child performers. While the silent era of Hollywood is rightly lauded for its artistic innovation and the formation of the film industry as we know it today, it's also important to shed light on the era's darker aspects. In doing so, we can better understand how far Hollywood has come and the issues it still needs to tackle. The silent era holds valuable lessons on the consequences of unfettered power, the importance of regulations, and the necessity of safeguarding the physical and psychological well-being of individuals in the industry.